Where to begin? Well, my wife and we have a small farm. Nothing too fancy, a few dozen chickens, a dozen or so turkeys, another dozen ducks, some quail, rabbits, and a few goats. I never wanted a farm, I only wanted a few chickens for some fresh eggs. My wife, however, oh boy. That's a story for another day, but the warning here is this. Guys, if you think you are getting off easy by marrying the low-maintenance woman, you are in fact going to spend even more money on the inevitable farm she somehow winds up with. So we have this farm, all of these birds, all the damn birds. Anyway, one of the things my wife enjoys doing is incubating eggs and hatching chicks. We have 3 incubators that are in my house. I would rather they be in the shed, but my wife would rather they be in the house where she can keep a closer eye on them. They live in our computer room, over on a desk set up next to her computer. It makes her happy, so I'm okay with it. Until today, the only issue was the constant peeping of babies once they hatched. But that never lasted long until they were moved out to a brooder box to grow a bit before being sold or introduced to the flock. Well, on to the fuck up. Most of our birds, the incubation period is around 21 days, give or take. Every few days, you candle the eggs by shining light through them to see what kind of development is happening. Anything with signs of death, we discard quickly, for the reasons I'm about to get into. One incubator is in the corner and a bit inconvenient to reach, but my wife normally checks it. So I did not candle and check the turkey eggs that were in the corner. This brings us to the find out phase of my fuck up. Last night, just after midnight, I was sitting at my computer, winding down for the day. My wife had just left the room to go check something outside. We have had a pesky raccoon getting quail. We often live trap these little buggers and relocate them. As I'm sitting there, I hear a loud pop. Startled, I jump and look around, wondering what this sound was. I don't see anything broken, and it really sounded like a plastic water bottle popping back out after having been crumpled in. I shrugged and went back to my game, unaware of the horrors that awaited me. Not even a minute later, a slight smell hits my nose. That's a strange smell. I wonder if one of the dogs let one rip. I thought, before sniffing once again. What hit my nostrils was a smell that brought a horrible realization to me. An egg had exploded. The smell was something out of a nightmare. It was like 10,000 pickle and beer farts had just been unleashed all at once. My olfactory senses were quickly being overloaded, and I did the only thing I could do. I abandoned the room, running out into the house, gagging and gasping for fresh air. But this was to be a short-lived reprieve. I could smell the stench following me, creeping its way from the computer room like an evil spirit from a long-forgotten crypt. I ran outside, into the backyard, calling to my wife. An egg exploded. I yelled, still trying to get fresh, clean air into my nose. Confused, she approached the house, where I once again told her that an egg had exploded in one of the incubators. She gets a look of dread, because she knows we have to deal with this foul demon, and she knows it won't be pleasant. We know the best course of action will be to remove the entire incubator, but that means getting even closer to this newly summoned specter of rankness. We prepare, we tie our shirts up over our faces the best we can, and steel ourselves. After one last clean breath of air, we open the door and charge into our house. At least it had been our house. It had been taken by the smell, and we would have to fight to reclaim it. We make our way back into the computer room, the smell growing even stronger, tears coming to our eyes making it harder to see. I grab the incubator while she unplugs it from the wall. I hoist it up and begin quickly moving towards the door, where she has already opened it for me to cast this demonic entity from our home. I take the chamber of damnation to the yard, and the wife follows with a trash bag, both of us fearing a hazmat team may show up at any moment because of the biological horrors we were unleashing upon the world. We check to see if any of the other eggs are still alive, separate the few that are, and dump everything else in the bag, seal it, and put it inside another bag. After dropping that in the trash can, we go and clean the incubator to remove any goo left behind. The demon was gone, but the aftermath was still very present in our house. Once we re-entered, he had to open windows and light candles. Copious amounts of air freshener was sprayed. We even debated on calling a priest to bless the house and exorcise anything that remained. This morning, the smell has finally dissipated. I can breathe again. But now I will always be wary of anything in the incubator. This is an evil that I do not wish upon anyone. If it were used in war, I'm sure it would violate the Geneva Conventions. I'll not forget to check the eggs ever again. TLDR. I didn't check the eggs in our incubator. One of them exploded and unleashed the foulest of stenches upon my house, causing much sorrow and grief.